If you're new to this channel, my name is Terry Lynn. My channel is all about saving money and cooking on a budget. And what I've been doing for a hobby that has been frugal all summer long has been gardening.
And we'll be cooking with homegrown vegetables and herbs along with store-bought food.
So we're just going to look in the refrigerator and decide what we need to use up before it goes bad, and think about what meals we can create. I'm going to clear all this out. Some of this food has been in here a while. Uh-oh. We better get busy here. This red pepper I needed to use up, and I'm making a stir fry
From leftover zucchini from the garden also.
Heating up some avocado oil, and we are sauteing the red peppers. I got my garlic chopped into little pieces.
We're just going to keep this dish simple and add a condiment sauce before serving.
All right, I finished the stir fry with the garlic and put it on our plates along with some leftover sausage and rice. Just wanted to show you how I eat this stir fry dish because I don't eat the rice separate. I mix everything together, then I add hot sauce or sweet and sour sauce.
But my husband eats everything separate like this.
And now I'm going to pull some more food out of the refrigerator that we can work with. Some chicken and some pepperoni. Let's see, we already used up the 2 sausages for the stir-fry meal. But we have pepperoni, so we can make a pizza coming up. I'll probably do that tomorrow morning. Now the chicken, I want to make some vegetable soup, chicken vegetable soup. It's going to be really delicious. I'm looking forward to this. Because I found a recipe online that really sounds amazing. And you can use a little tomato with it too. And my husband gave me the okay. He said as long as it doesn't have too much tomato sauce, because he's not a fan of chicken with tomato sauce, not too much anyway. So we have these carrots that are from the garden, and they're getting a little soft, so we need to cook these babies up, and I need to look at that pantry closet and see what we have. See, we have a bag of onions we just bought from Aldi yesterday, but we're going to use up, this is all I have left from the garden. I used a red onion with the stir fry, so we're going to use these shallots. We'll put them in here. I have these apples I want to use for a dish, probably a dessert. And we're just going to grab a couple. These potatoes are perfectly good. They're not from the garden. Now, these are from Aldi. I'm going to grab just a couple. This one feels kind of soft. I always like to use the softest. Oh, my good. What? I'm not a happy camper right now. This is real life. Realistic cooking on a budget, and look what I ran across from Aldi. Oh boy, not happy. I'll retract. We did not buy these yesterday. We bought the onions yesterday. These potatoes were purchased, it's been about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. So that's not too bad.
But I tell you, this is going straight in the dumpster.
We'll be using some of this chicken breast cut into small pieces at the very end. It is very delicious and tender. It does not need to be overcooked in the pot of soup because it is completely done. So I just pulled out the pot I'm going to use for the vegetable soup. We're going to get started. I'm going to peel and wash those potatoes thoroughly in case there's any contamination from the potato that went moldy and that I have disposed of. Let's get busy cooking this chicken vegetable soup.
For any type of soup, I like the carrots chopped in small pieces. We love celery in our soup. It adds a ton of flavor.
I'm standing back because I don't want to cry.
I looked at a recipe yesterday that calls for butter. You saute the vegetables in butter before adding the chicken broth.
I went ahead and added avocado oil, so we're going to use both. I'm just cooking the trinity, carrots, celery, and onions.
Because we're almost completely out of garlic cloves, we're going to use garlic salt for this soup.
It smells really good. And it's the carrots that are coming through, along with the shallots and the celery and the butter and the avocado oil. It's all just smelling really good. I don't like too big a chunk of potatoes.
Let's go ahead and start adding the chicken broth. And turn that burner on high. Start cooking away here. Then we'll be adding our potatoes as soon as it starts to boil. We have another refrigerator in the back room. This comes in handy for extra produce. And we have tomatoes and kale down there, but here's 2 tomatoes that were picked sooner, so we need to use these. So I'm going to chop this one up as soon as I add the potatoes to the soup. And I just added the potatoes. I'm going to be adding more chicken broth as needed. I use 4 cups of water at a time with dried chicken bouillon and just whisk it. You want your tomatoes to be chopped up very finely, like diced or crushed from the can. I added the tomatoes. Now I'm going to start adding my spices, pepper, and the chicken broth has salt. It has sodium, so we'll just test that later. We'll just do a taste test later. That was garlic powder. Basil. Anytime I use tomato, I love basil. A little bit of sage. Just a little bit, not too much. Very intense. And thyme. Okay. And I will be picking some fresh parsley. Actually, I have some in the refrigerator I could use. Fresh parsley from the garden. We have, as far as the garden vegetables, from the garden, we have carrots and tomato and shallots. The potatoes were store-bought, as you know from Aldi. This looks really good. I'm going to add more broth. I'm going to let this boil just a little while. Let those vegetables cook a little longer and soften up. And I'm going to chop up the chicken. And it's very tender from what I cooked the other day. And I made chicken parmesan. Okay, we're about ready to add that broth too, that extra broth. The vegetables have cooked long enough. They could soften a little bit more. So we'll just let this simmer. We'll let it boil and then we'll let it simmer. Now I'm just adding canned peas that were left over from another meal. And they needed to be used up because that's been a few days ago. And peas are wonderful in vegetable soup. All right, let's give it a taste test. Really hot. This is really good. Oh my gosh. It needs a little vinegar, apple cider vinegar. I got it ready just in case, and a little salt and pepper, and maybe a little sugar to make my husband happy. Salt and pepper. Just a couple little teaspoons there should do. Doesn't this look delicious? Chicken vegetable soup on a budget. Freshen this up with fresh parsley from the garden. The soup is done. I will link you the recipe online that inspired me to make this. Now I'm gonna cook some pizza. If you want the recipe, it's on my playlist under cherished recipes. I'm gonna work right through it, and I won't be doing a tutorial like I did with the chicken vegetable soup. My husband was going to order pizza the other day. I don't want that to happen because it's expensive. So I promised him I would make pizza. And it's Friday, why not? And I want to do this before it gets too hot. It's supposed to get up to 90 degrees today. Now I've already got my pizza dough made, and I'm just going to knead my dough here several times. Now we'll just cover it up and let it rest. Got the pepperoni put aside here, but I'm going to work on the cheese, shredding the cheese. I don't know about you, but we like olives. I just cut them in half. Oh, you can see I pickled some. Yeah, I just pickled these beets this morning. Had to get that out of the way. I cooked them and pickled them. There's a red pepper that's has a bad spot. I'm going to go through this and cut that off. And onion is a must with my husband. He loves onion on his pizza. And we have our toppings, and this should be plenty. I did shred a little more cheese. I don't have much time before my husband gets up, so I want to get this pizza done and over with because then he'll want to fix his breakfast and I want to get out of his way. So I was going to blanch some tomatoes and make fresh tomato sauce for the pizza. Instead, I'm using canned tomato sauce. We always get a good deal. I think it's only like 48 cents a can. It's a really good deal at Walmart. I've got that already in here. I'm just going to add some spices to it and some fresh parsley from the garden. Dried basil, oregano, and a little garlic powder. Now it's time to roll out the dough for the pizza. I'm just going to kind of stretch it like this first, then I'll just finish off rolling it. And I do a combination of both, stretch and roll, roll and stretch. Here's the sauce. It always takes 8 ounces of tomato sauce. You can use less. This is going a little heavy on it, but I really like this, and so does my husband. Cheese. And then I'll just mix the toppings. Put it in 400 Fahrenheit oven, preheated, and we do 20 minutes. Some people only do 10 to 12 minutes. It's according to preference. My husband and I both like a well-done pizza. The pizza's done, very well done, the way we prefer it. Now it's finally time to use up these apples in a dessert, 2 desserts. This can be a dessert, breakfast, or brunch, muffins, and fruit salad. We are just going to move along with music. Thanks for watching today. Let me know how you would use up some of the food you saw in the refrigerator and the pantry closet. Thanks for watching today. Please come back again.